Quick warning, this entire review is very scatter-minded because this movie is very bad and I was trying to convey that. So if you're trying to follow at home, just honestly give up now. This is a very bad review, but I tried my best. I honestly could not explain to you my attraction to vampire films recently. It started with Sinners, and then I watched Dusk Till Dawn, which I loved, and then Vamp, which I hated, and now this. I don't know why I keep watching them, but so far it's 2 for 4 being good films. This was not one of the good films. See, I expected to watch this. I heard, oh, Buffy this Vampire Slayer is really good. I know that the actress from Scooby-Doo was in it. The actress for Daphne, I forget her name, but I heard she was in it. So going into this, I'm like, oh, okay, so this is probably going to be a pretty good one. And the entire time I was sitting there, I'm like, wait, this isn't the actress from Scooby-Doo. I did a quick little bit of research, and I realized that people were talking about the show being good, Buffy the Vampire, the show being good, which came out, I think, a few years after this one. And this one had a 37% Rotten Tomatoes, so I immediately was like, oh, no. All right, so this movie's not good. It's really boring, honestly. The action is pretty poorly choreographed. It doesn't make sense, like, half of it. Like, at the end, I was just really confused at what was happening. There was a lot of really stupid moments, and the dialogue delivery was so, like, upsetting. It's a very cheesy movie. This is the type of movie that Dusk Till Dawn was, like, making fun of. And it is just really, really funny to watch. I could consider it good bad. Like, I would watch this with a group of friends to laugh at it, but on its own, sitting here in my room at 2 o'clock on a Tuesday, it's not fun. And I was very, very unentertained for the majority of it. Only the parts that were, like, ridiculously bad actually gave me any enjoyment. I was laughing at how stupid it was. Like, the big vampire guy's last word, oops, as he got stabbed in the chest. He whips out a katana for some reason. A lot of this film just doesn't make sense. It's like someone wrote it in one sitting, was like, yeah, this is it. The only thing I liked, again, were the good, bad moments. I guess Buffy herself is a pretty interesting protagonist. Like, it's actually kind of fun watching, like, it's kind of a subversion of the old, like, action hero. Now it's an action woman, and she's, like, the way she fights is way more, like, athletic, like, more, like, gymnastic related, where she's, like, flipping around and all this crazy stuff. And I could see potential there, but the execution is just so poor. All the fights are really lame and just unfun. She's really stupid still. Like, she'll run into a, like, encounter without any weapons, and she'll just start kicking people and then running around in circles. It's pretty bad. Dislikes are pretty heavy. Again, like I was saying, it's just some of the dialogue is terrible. The action is not that fun. It drags on, especially at the end when Merrick dies. It's just that entire final bit is just really stupid. She's like, she knows that this big vampire guy's out there and she needs to go stop it. She's like, I gotta go to the senior dance instead. And it's just really forced. And the only reason she says that her reasoning for doing this is that she's not ready to fight Lothos or whatever his stupid name was. And I guess she wasn't, but in the final encounter, Pee Wee Herman brings her down to this basement. They get stabbed. Oh, I feel like I'm being very sporadic here, but it's just there's a lot to say. And Pee Wee Herman brings her to this basement where Lothos is, and he's playing the violin, and she stabs him, and he has these, like, really terrible one-liners. And he gets stabbed, he falls to the ground, and then Lothos keeps playing the violin, and he gets up, he goes, ah, ooh, ah, ah, ooh. And he has this, like, really dramatic death where he keeps going, ow, ooh, ah. And he falls to the ground, kicks the ground a couple times, and then he dies. I don't know what that was about. And then they have this, like, banter back and forth. Her and the Buffy and the big vampire guy Lothos had this, like, weird, stupid banter back and forth. And she whips out a cross, and he's like, "Oh, this is your defense." And then he touches it, and it goes on fire. And then she says, "No, my cute fashion sense." And she whips out, like, hairspray, I think, and she sprays the lit cross, and it burns in his face, and it doesn't look like it harms him at all. And then she just runs away. I don't really know what that scene was supposed to do. Like, how did she know that when he touched it, it would light on fire? How did she know that was gonna happen? And it didn't actually do anything. Like her spraying it with the thing. This entire scene meant nothing. Her running out of the place, going to this area, killing Pee Wee Herman, meeting Lothos, and then she runs back to the ball. None of that meant anything. That was such an unnecessary scene, and I don't know why they did it. Also, there's a part when she's, like, talking to Lothos, she stops fighting him because it's, like, a whole thing when she's, like, near him, she can't do anything. They never explain it, never explain why she eventually can. And then he, like, grabs her, like, putting a bow on her. It was a thing that's set up. I don't really get it. And all of a sudden, she stops and, like, because one of the vampire guys back at the ballroom gets, like, pushed into a thing, and it stops the music at the ballroom, which is, like, down the block, so she couldn't hear it anyways. But she's in the basement area of this completely different place, and She like all of a sudden has a moment of realization. She's like, silence. Merrick told me, but I didn't know. It's silence. That's it. And I was so confused when she said that. Like, what does that mean? How does that apply to the situation at hand? And what is she gonna do with that knowledge? So I expected her to like do something where she's like, everyone be quiet. They can't have power when we're quiet. And then she beats him, but no. She just says that, backs away, puts up the cross, does what was previously stated, runs back to the ballroom. Lothos follows her with a katana. I don't know where you got that from. And then she just stabs him. And they never answer why she said that or why any of that mattered. That entire final, like, 10 minutes just meant nothing. It was such a, like, meaningless, unnecessarily, like, quote-unquote complex thing where it was like, oh, haha, that's the big reveal, guys. Silence. Whatever that means. If you haven't seen the film, this might seem like nothing. Like, you have no idea what I'm saying right now, but that's how it feels watching it. You're so confused of what's happening. And then she just stabs him anyways, and then she dances with Pike, and that's how it ends. Like, what? That, oh, God. Yeah, but Buffy the Vampire Slayer, this wasn't a good movie. I would not recommend this to people. I could see sitting down with a group of friends and watching this and just, like, laughing at how terrible it is. But even then, so much of the film is just filler, it doesn't even, like, work that way. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a solid 4. This is a little worse than Vamp, I would say, because at least Vamp was good bad the entire way through. At least Vamp was, like, funny the entire way through. Like, you could laugh at almost all of it. This one was just boring. 90% of it was just useless. So yeah, don't watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Watch the show. And oh my god, this was a real piece of shit. Like, I don't like this movie. God, okay, get out of here. Oh, sorry, favorite scene. If I were to pick a favorite scene, it would be the ending when they're in the basement because I was just so confused. I was laughing because I had no idea what was happening. Yep, that's the favorite scene. All right, goodbye. Skedaddle.